Hello everyone and welcome to Crossings. Today I am working again on my island after a 4 or 5 month break, and I just flattened everything. I took away every piece of furniture and every tree, every flower, everything, because I wanted to start a new theme on this island. And without further ado, I'm going to present you with the speed build of my elegant city entrance. I decided I wanted to do a very different theme than the last one. The last time I kind of finished my island, it was before the 2.0 update, and I was already about to finish the island. But then when I saw all the new furniture and all the new things and everything, I decided I wanted a big change because I started this island in August 2020 when the game had a few months of being released, and I haven't changed anything about my island since that time. I had the same layout, the same villagers, and I was doing kind of a cottagecore or fairycore theme, and I wasn't doing YouTube or anything back then. I just wanted to play and have a nice island, but I was getting very bored and very burnt out with Animal Crossing because it's very hard to find objects or find DIYs or anything. And again, because I had the same villagers and the same builds, and I haven't done almost anything about the terraforming. It was just like the game had suggested at the beginning. I had the same rivers. I had just extended the hills a little bit and all. It was a very boring island. I just wanted a change, and when I saw the 2.0 objects, I decided I wanted to do a city core island, but I didn't want just any kind of city. I wanted to do an elegant city because I love pink, I love white, I love pastel colors, and I love the statues you can get with red and the art. So I wanted to use all of those objects, and I decided I wanted to change my theme and I was going to do an elegant city. So I started flattening everything. I left my island with no hills, no rivers, absolutely nothing. All the villagers in my house and the buildings were on the beach or as close to the beach as I can make them, because my beaches are very, very small. And for a few months, I took away every object, every piece of furniture, and the island was blank. Then I started doing the terraforming, and this is the entrance. And I've been time traveling a lot to get all of the 2.0 objects, and I have gotten a lot. But after that, I was really burnt out of Animal Crossing, so I decided to take a break to see if my passion for the game would reignite after that. And it did, but it took about 5 months for me to play again. And this is me after a 5 month break because I was really, really burnt out with it. I don't know why. I think it was the flattening and just constantly trying traveling to get the 2.0 objects I was going to need for this island, because I had big plans for it. I have some specific buildings in mind, like this entrance. I wanted to do a main road, but I didn't want to use one of those custom designed roads that are that take up to 20 slots or more. I just wanted to take a nice brick path and use that as a sidewalk, and I wanted to use a normal a normal path from the game, and I chose that gray one. I forgot the name right now, but it's the pavement. And so I'm going to be using the pavement with the city custom designs, and I'm going to be using that elegant brick in to do the sidewalks, and I wanted for this island to have a main road, and around that main road there are the buildings. And for example, I'm going to have an elegant store, I'm going to have a big fair, a county fair, and that's going to have a food court and a bar, and I'm going to do my Ables and my I forgot the name of the store, but I'm going to have my Ables and the store there. And I'm also going to have a park, and I want to make a gyro choir and a lot of things in this island, but all of those buildings are going to follow the road. And right here on this hill where I'm at, I'm going to have Molly's library or bookstore. I think it's going to be a library. And I'm still not going to do that, so I'm not going to completely decorate the hill. I'm just going to decorate what you can see when you come into the island. And I wanted to use a lot of statues and a lot of the Celeste furniture to do that. So I'm going to use the Valiant statue, and I'm going to use the moon, the half crescent moon chair, and I'm going to put here a peach tree, and I'm going to make it a more natural part of the island, because again this is a Citycore entrance. And in my last theme I had a lot of flowers, so I still have all of those flowers on the beach, and I can't use them as much as possible because the city themes in Animal Crossing don't have a lot of the nature stuff, and I have a lot of it in my inventory in my house, so I want to make the most of it. And right now I'm just trying to put here a marsh lamp, because again I have a lot because of my previous theme, and I don't know if I'm going to use them, but I wanted to at least fit one as a homage for my last theme. And I'm just trying to fit it, because it was very difficult to fit in that little spot, but I think it looks very cute. And again, I'm trying to keep the color scheme in white, pink, blue, and different pastel colors, as light as you can make them, to fit the theme with the elegant city. And right here I'm just adding the moon, and I wanted to make a parking lot to see that as soon as you enter through the island, you have somewhere to park along this main road. So I made here a little transportation stop, and I wanted to fit different cars and stuff in the road, but I also want to make this island accessible. I want you to be able to walk around it, so I'm not using a lot of stuff in the main road. I wanted to fill it with cars and motorcycles and scooters and all that stuff, but I don't think I'm going to be putting a lot in here in this road, because I want to be able to walk. There's nothing I hate more than having an island that looks beautiful and amazing, but you can't walk in it, because I've gone to several dream addresses that are like that. The island looks amazing, but you can't even walk through it, and the paths are so difficult and hidden that it feels more like a maze than an island, and I did not want that. I wanted an island that is very straightforward, that has a main road, and you can follow the main road and you don't get lost, because you are following that main road and everything is along that. So I wanted to do something like that. And I'm sorry that you had to see that. I was just trying to fit a peach tree around here, but it was very difficult. I don't know why they don't let us fit these trees in small spaces, when I've seen some Nook Magnificent islands that have peach trees in impossible spaces if you were trying to place it at your home island. But I'm just trying to decorate this part. I don't know if I'm going to keep it, because in that third tier I'm going to make Molly's library, and I had to move it a little bit when I was doing a hill in the back, because I'm going to make my house into a bakery inside a castle, and I was doing the hill in the back before putting it off. I'm sorry, after putting it off a lot, and I realized that I wasn't going to be able to walk through that place very easily. So I had to move Molly's house, and I had to make this hill smaller. And I don't know if the hill is going to be large enough now to make the library I wanted. So I don't know if I'm going to have to steal space from that peach tree and the moon and all of it. So I don't know if I'm going to keep it, but I'll just have to see. And I made that small space in the hill, and I was just trying to see what could I fit there, because it's a very small space and I couldn't fit a tree, and the evergreen ash looked a little bit bad, and I was trying to play with a lot of things, and in the end I decided I wanted to use a crescent muncher, because I think they look very elegant and cute, and they definitely fit the theme. Because apart from being a Citycore island, I want to still remain a little bit of the fairy core that I had before. So I'm going to use a lot of the Celeste furniture throughout the island. I hope I can manage it. I hope I can fit a, fit a lot of it, because I've been doing a lot of the builds, or at least I've been kind of doing some placeholders, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit everything I want. For example, I'm going to have a fair, and I was placing every piece of furniture that I wanted, and I realized I didn't have space for flowers or trees or nature or anything if I'm going to have everything along my shopping district to make the fair. So I'm just don't know what I'm going to do with all of my Celeste furniture. I think I maybe will have to buy another Switch to make another island, because I am weirdly attached to this island. It's the only island I've had since I got the game in August 2020. It's been 2 years and I haven't been able to reset this island. I've just been doing a theme and then flattening again. And I can't even leave villagers go. I I have the same villagers for like a year and a half, and I only got rid of one because I hated her. It was Rocket, and it's been very hard to me to get all of my villagers to get out. I also had to get rid of some of them to make space for villagers that I really wanted to fit the theme, like Cookie and Pietro, because I want him for the fair as the fair clown. And I think that's all. But I had to let two villagers go, and that was one of the most painful things that have happened to me in this island. So I have a very weird attachment to this island, and I don't want to reset it. So I think I want to have to get another Switch to make do with all of the items I have, because I really want to complete this island and I want to stick to it for a while. I just don't want to finish it and then get rid of it like I did with my last island, because I couldn't even enjoy it a lot because I finished it when the 2.0 came out. And as soon as it came out, I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to flatten my island. I think I'm going to change the theme. And I think I had it for like 3 or 4 days finished before I took away everything and I decided to flatten. So I think I'm going to stay with this island a bit longer. And I know it's going to be a pain because for Citycore, the lag is horrible. So far, I just have the entrance and another build that I will be posting soon, and the lag has been unbearable. And I knew that for a city island, I had to expect some lag, but I didn't expect that as soon as I made the entrance, everything was going to be lagging a lot. But I think I'm going to have to just get used to it. I had a little bit of lag in my last island, but it's not compared to this. So I'm just going to have to get used to it. And I'm just about to finish the build. I'm just adding some details like flowers because I wanted to use them. I don't want to waste all of the flowers that I have on my beaches because there are a lot and it's mostly blues and purples and pinks, and it was very difficult to make the hybrids. The only one I got through trading and Nukeson was the blue roses, but apart from that I spent days and days working on getting the hybrids myself. So I really want to use them. I don't want to let them go to waste, and I'm going to have some more natural areas in the city. So I think I'm going to be able to do it, and I'm going to save it in spring. I still haven't decided if I'm going to do regular spring or if I'm going to do cherry blossom season. I think I'm going to end up doing it in cherry blossom because I'm very basic and that's my favorite season in the game. So I think I'm going to end up doing that, and that's why I've been adding a lot of cherry blossom petals in the floor because they look very cute and you can walk through them, so they won't be horrible when I'm trying to get through one place to another. And I was just trying to see that this place was easy to walk in. That's why I didn't add any cars in this main road. And the speed build is done, and I'm about to show you the final stage of this entrance. As you can see, it's very close to resident services, so I can do a lot of terraforming or anything, but I tried my best to make it look cute. I wanted a parking lot to show that it was a busy city that gets lots of tourism, and I wanted a nice view with the waterfalls and the statues as soon as you walk in to present the elegant theme. And along with that, I wanted to use a lot of benches in the sidewalk, the fountain, the transportation stop, and I use Rover's briefcase. And also one thing I want to do with my island is use my flag everywhere because I use a picture of my dog to make a flag and to make the island, and I'm obsessed with her, so I want to use the flag everywhere. That's why it's the flag. The flag is there in resident services, but it's also here in the transportation stop. And I still don't have anything else in the areas next to resident services, but I think I managed to fit it well. Anyway, that's going to be all for this speed build. I hope you like the video. If you like it, then you subscribe to the channel to see what's going to happen next in Casville, because I'm going to be documenting the whole process for my island. Bye!